What is up, folks? Welcome once again to another session of Hot Issue What's for Lunch by ACTnow. With you, Mio Adlan, here on this glorious Friday afternoon. And, well, I have to do that dance. It's Friday. Let me hear it's Friday. Yes, Friday. Weekend is upon us. And, yeah, it's definitely the time for us to refresh, for us to actually, take a pause and, reflect on life. Orang kata mencari ketenangan, nak berehat bersama-sama dengan orang yang tersayang. Yeah, that is only valid for any other state except KL, Putrajaya, as well as Labuan, because you guys are having holidays today, right? Kuala Lumpur City has actually won the Piala Malaysia edisi yang ke-100, the 100th edition of the Malaysia Cup earlier this week. Hence why all federal territory areas kita panggil are actually having a holiday today. So Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya, and Labuan. So basically what I'm trying to say is that kerajaan tutup lah hari ni. Kerajaan tak buka, kerajaan nak cuti. Kerajaan penat. Kan? Kerajaan dah layan korang, kerajaan dah dengar celoteh korang, dia pun nak berehat juga. Nasib baik KL City menang bola. Saya IC 14 juga, so saya pun support KL. Okay, bolehlah nak kira macam tu kan. But, having said that, there's a buddy of mine here who's actually macam tak suka lah cuti. I don't know whether he's like, dia memang workaholic ke ataupun apa ke, but he's actually quite jived up a bit in regards of the holiday that has been given by the government. Mr. Melvin Lam. Melvin marah.
Yes, I'm very grumpy this morning. I believe the whole day is. Don't get me wrong. I love holidays when it's supposed to be a holidays, not impromptu holidays that upset so many programs. Programs like examinations, programs like the stock markets had to close today throughout Malaysia, not just Wilayah. Imagine this: how much of transactions, how much of government would earn from all the transactions, and if someone have to dispose the share today of certain things, they have to dispose because it's coming down, it's bad, it's now they have to hold on, and Monday when open up, it probably be worse.
But don't you think that, with whatever it is that we have been going through, penat lelah. Yes, I totally understand in regards of business point of view, in regards of, raising, getting that dough at the end of the day. Yelah, negara kita masih lagi terjejas. We are still on the levels of, starting up. But no, we're not even in cruise control yet. We are just, starting up. We're just restarting our lives back. People are busy working.
When your car, you have try to start when you have the starters issues, a problem that you have. We are just there. You can't even get started, and then we have to take a day off. And one of the very smart MP reported yesterday, we might lose, just Wilayah itself might lose 400 million ringgit in a single day. All right. And today, supposedly Putrajaya is leave as well. But day before, our Prime Minister said that they will have a cabinet meeting today on Friday to decide on the the railway to Singapore.
ECRL. Yep.
Yeah, yes. And what happened to it today? They have to take a break. It's official holidays, so they had to delay. And also today, ACTnow has an important presentations at 3 p.m. today, which need to postpone to Monday.
No, I love the fact that when you brought this thing, I mean, like, yes, of course. I mean, like, anybody who knows you would understand, you know, where you're coming from in regards of, you know, really caring about other people, your community. Tapi I sengaja nak dengar yang last tu because that one actually impacting you directly in regards of your own planning on how you want to move forward with ACTnow. And it
not because
hurts
I'm not selfish.
somewhere.
I'm not selfish. I'm not angry because it affected my appointments, but overall it affect the economy that will also affect ACTnow and the others as well.
Yeah. Tapi ada juga certain people because I've read both sides of the comments actually. I've read the people who are loving the fact that today is a holiday, they get a long weekend, they get to spend time with their family, diorang dapat berjalan. I got pictures already, people uploading that they are in, you know, other states already because KL was actually a holiday, diorang cuti. I also read that people such as yourself griping the fact that, you know, KL out of nowhere announced cuti semua and everything. Can't we just, you know, be in the middle and just be happy and be thoughtful and just gracefully?
A lot happy. If I'm not a boss, if I don't have to pay salaries, operation costs, I would love to have. But then at this time, please think of your boss. All right? And even the HR minister say today is not a gazetted holiday. The company or the bosses can actually refuse or can actually take leave. This is supposed to be categorized under unpaid leave. Right. Okay. So I'm generous. Half of my office is closed. Those people who probably don't even keep a remark, but half my office come back. Like today, I come back because I also very generous. I say I pay you double, even though it's already stated by the government, by the HR ministry that today, if you take leave, it will be an unpaid leave. And those
bukan kalau public holiday, Melvin, sorry, bukan kalau public holiday kena bayar triple ke?
I say I'm generous. I'm not that generous. I just say I'm generous because I didn't potong the gaji mah.
I saja nak highlight
because I have given the right, you know, they also okay. What employment act today? If they take leave, they can actually deduct this. It's unpaid leave. They take the annual leave or whatever. I didn't, but I paid that an additional day, and I double pay. I can't afford triple yet, but I can't. If I even company can afford, we cannot be abusing our rights.
Yes, exactly. You know, kita masih lagi dilindungi oleh Jabatan Tenaga Kerja. Kita masih lagi ada laws and whatnot. But truth be told, honestly, regardless of wherever it is that you are, fellow audiences, yes, Melvin a bit grumpy. Maafkan dia. Please forgive him. But you know,
when they have in trouble, they will complain.
Yeah, correct. That's what we're all about. We are to entertain the complaints out there. We are here to entertain and discuss and talk further about whatever it is that people are always having their thoughts of, whether it's for the good or whether it is for the bad. But obviously, I do want to give a special shout out as well. Obviously, to our number one fans, we got Daniel, we got Fabian, we got Nate, we got Hung Fat. I have no idea whether you guys cuti or not. I don't know whether you guys are at home or whether you guys on the beach somewhere.
You're in Selangor, you're working. Like you are in Selangor, you're working.
It is like yourself. It is my responsibility.
Yes.
There
that's
you
right.
Go. Okay,
kita keep you. Thumbs up to you.
Okay, enough about that. But again, like I said, to all our fellow viewers, thank you so much for still watching us, still being with us, regardless of whether you kerja dekat Federal Territory ke, you kerja dekat Negeri Sembilan ke, whatever it is. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. For us today. It's Friday anyways. Friday kita tak nak bawa topik yang panas-panas sangat, but we can't avoid it because there's a lot of hot things are happening around our area.
It's been quite cool this morning. The raining.
Yeah, it has been quite cool. I went jogging this morning and it was such a cooling day. Granted, it was raining early in the morning between 5 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. It was raining and it was such a cooling day. Unfortunately, hot things are still happening in Malaysia, and we are talking about something that is not going away because why? People in Malaysia are still getting scammed. This is reported all over Malaysia that within this whole pandemic issue, people are still vulnerable to being scammed by dishonest people out there. Melvin, kita tak faham ke? Are we easily being duped actually? What's going on?
I don't know. It says here reported. This is reported on Tuesday, on 30th November. A construction site supervisor mobile phone was hacked after he attempted to apply for a personal loan. This gentleman said he saw money lending advertisements, along the advertisements, about 2 weeks ago and contacted the number. So one of my workers needed to take a loan, and he tried to help him to get a 300 ringgit loan through the advertisements. The person who answered his call asked him to download an app called Easy Do It to apply
Duit
for the
senang kata
loan.
orang Melayu.
Easy Do It. So they target at a bit racist lah. This one, this app.
Okay.
So he followed instructions and approved the sum of 150 ringgit. So, this Inchet Sukaria actually brought it to MCA, Public Service Complaints Departments, to talk about this. So, Inchet Sukaria, his name is actually, he said then he started to receive phone calls demanding money, even though he never took any loans. He just approved, probably, So, and he received calls from a friend telling me that they have received messages claiming that I have outstanding loan on my card and intimate photograph of with his fiance, who also attached. So what they actually went into the phone and hacked it, got all their personal number, and even to the photo gallery.
Yep.
And start spreading and all these things. So this is,
my point was is that you would never think that this can happen to you in Malaysia, to yourself specifically. You only see these in movies, how people in movies, like, they hack your phone lah, they hack your laptop lah, they hack your email address. You see that in movies a lot, and usually it happens in the US lah, because Hollywood makes the movies. Okay, you don't see them anywhere else. But for these things to actually happen on our shores, to our rakyat, to our people, it is very, very scary. The fact that it is, people can just hack your phone so easily without you knowing it. I mean, granted, I was actually speaking to the CEO of the cybersecurities, Siraj, if I'm not mistaken, his name was, and he has also advised me and the audience, when I was talking to him on the show, to always activate your antivirus and firewalls that you have on your phone. I mean, like, he actually suggested that because he himself have seen a lot of cases where people are hacking into other people's devices, because now is the day and age where you don't have to physically harass and go and rompak people. You can do it at the comfort of your own bedroom, for that matter, and it is super scary.
Okay, thanks Fabian for sharing the same thought as mine. You say Fabian say during MCO we are on holidays most of the time at home, need not warrants impromptu holidays. Yes, I did. Fabian, you and me are a better minister.
Okay, dah ada kawan. Fabian dah ada kawan dengan Melvin dah. Okay.
Okay, and another just to enlighten these fans. Hi, I'm Blur Blur. Can show what's the topic for today? Pain Sun, what Pambang on screen so nice screens should be all right, yeah.
Okay, I actually tak faham, Baba. Baba, I mean, like, specify yourself. I mean, like, we don't really understand what you actually mean by Pang Pan over here. I mean, like, is it? Yeah, but again, the topic is that scam over again, where people, yourself and myself, are super exposed to being scammed, as what we have just discussed. And this has also happened to a 40-year-old victim, Samantha Chin, who claims she has lost more than 4,000 ringgit after her phone was hacked. Well, while she was trying to book a cleaning service, dia nak cuci rumah, Melvin. She's trying to get cleaning service to cuci rumah, suddenly people cuci her bank account. Now that's just sad.
That's the whole thing. I have been receiving emails and SMS messages lately. You have won this. I thought this was over. Those days I do have. Now it's coming back, and then I always occasionally a certain bank approve your loans. that you
And
never
then they give you
apply.
that, and then they give you that link, right? Please press the link
Yeah.
for further actions. Do
No, I
not do
have
that,
this one.
Melvin.
Okay, they actually promote Hong Leong Bank approve your 200,000 loans without so-called hesitations. Already approved. Now here, they have this contact number and link and whatever it is. So
Yep.
how do we get rid of this? This is actually, I mean, probably we have people, you and me, who have gone through our life, tasted the spice of life. You say this is not real,
I'm not
But a
old
lot of
as you
people
are,
jump
but
into it.
yeah,
But a lot of people go into it, especially
yeah.
like, oh, you have won how much? You have won something,
No,
So
because like I believe that, Melvin, in this current day and age right now, again, people are getting desperate. We highlighted this already in the in the
mm,
Sotong game episode that we had a few weeks ago, where people are desperate, and when suddenly people
right.
are just telling you that, hey, you just won 200,000, or you will get 200,000 with just simple, easy steps. It's your money, and somehow I think in their mind it doesn't process that, saying that this is a lie. I will get cheated. No, they would think that, okay, 200,000 can help me a lot. I need to try this. Even if I don't get it, at least I try. I think
Mm.
they are in that particular condition, lah, Melvin.
Yes, it is. But it's quite exciting. No, the MCMC, is it called MCMC, the multimedia corridor, whatever it is, the
MCMC, not
ministry,
Multimedia Corridor, lah, Ministry of Communications and Multimedia.
multimedia. Okay, multi corridor. There's a multi
Itu
corridor
yang,
for all these scammers.
yeah, put them all in a single corridor. Yeah.
So not much have changes has been done. A lot of we read almost every other week. People got scams. The only thing that you can save to use is ACTnow mobile app, community mobile app. It helps you.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I
That's
mean, like
truly.
it's, yeah, it's definitely not a laughing matter, because when you talk about this, it is such a
Yeah.
headache. Even if sometimes you are, you think you didn't do anything, you think that you did not dispose, you did not expose your account number, you did
Mm.
not expose your personal details, but somehow or other they are able to actually do that. Sometimes people are just, these scammers, they won't go
Okay.
away.
Do I relate
Uh,
something to you? Just a very fast one. This is
hmm,
my previous organizations. I
okay.
have a consultant. I have few consultants,
Mm-hmm.
and one consultant received an email saying that, please help me. I need such X amount desperately. And this consultant didn't thought it's true, because it's not a big amount. It's only 3,000 ringgit. You know, Actually wanted to deposit that amount to the account. It came from
Okay.
the email, but he
Mm.
was actually he didn't. But he was just he picked up his call. He said, hey, called the other consultant. Said, hey, anything that I could help further? It's somewhere desperate.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was in a shock. The other
Yeah.
so-called consultant said, no, I didn't send any email to you. Then he showed the email to him. This is what you sent to me, and you need this money urgently. It's matter of life and death. It
Yeah.
was a 2,000-3,000 ringgit, and you know. So if a
Yeah.
lot of people who have not, probably call the other party, assume that okay, it's not a big amount.
Yeah.
Let help him through.
Yeah. So
That
that's the thing. I mean, like, people like us, we want to help because we have the best
yeah.
intention. If our friends do need help, we would want to help them as much as we can. Same thing. Again, I just want to share with you my experience as well. Happened to my own father, where he was actually performing his umrah down in
Mm.
Mecca in Saudi Arabia. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, somebody texted me in saying that, hey, I heard that your father is in trouble and he needs money. So I just want to check with you, how is he doing? And I was like, no, my father is not even in Malaysia. He's overseas. And then he showed me the text saying that, hi, minta tolong transferkan boleh tak 2,500 or whatever it is. Again, people with the best intentions, they want to help. But then again, that's what the scammers are
Yes.
depending on. The kindness of you in helping your friend, even though it's not actually that person. And then you get scammed by that. And imagine if dia dapat 10 orang at 2005, 25K already like that.
Yeah. That's it. That's probably a day income.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
that.
like, it is. It is so serious about this. But like I said, I mean, to end on this topic, what we just want to highlight is that I believe that scammers will never go away. Sama juga macam pencuri. Pencuri ada semenjak zaman dulu-dulu lagi. I rasa zaman batu dulu waktu orang yang ketuk-ketuk yang main dengan dinosaur tu pun dah ada pencuri dah time tu. So this will never go away, but it's all about us raising our awareness, really understanding what's going on. And I mean, yes, you can be a kind person, but always have reservation in trusting, especially when it comes through an online platform macam your phone or an email or whatnot. Kalau dia cakap depan-depan tak apa, but you know, through all this channel, please be wary about things people can easily dupe you, people can easily scam you about
Yes.
any time of day. Alright, enough about topic number one. Walaupun kita dah cover topic scam ni, but it is still a hot topic and we need to address it over and over again for people to make sure that they know what's going on for them not to be scammed. And another topic that we want to bring around, well, ada kena mengena dengan scam juga sebenarnya, or does it not? Because why? A lot of people in Malaysia are being scammed, kononnya, because why? They are telling the government, hello kerajaan, boleh tak engkau tolong jangan tunjukkan cerita-cerita yang tak elok dekat Netflix? Because why? Netflix right now is showing all of the stories and all of the movies, you know, in regards to sexuality, in regards to LGBT, and a lot of people are having concerns and they're voicing out their problems to the minister. And what did the minister say? They said, censor yourself, please, because why? It is out of our control. What do you think about this?
Self-regulations, you're an adult or whatever, you subscribe to it. So if you boycott it, don't subscribe.
Exactly my point. Yep.
You know, you want to subscribe, then you want to make noise. What's the point?
Yep.
Right. So take back to the RTM lah.
RTM bagus RTM tip top.
I didn't ever say that, but RTM is very proper, like you know, very holy and all these things. So take back to them.
Yeah. No. My concern about this is that as it was reported, actually, an MP from Dungun, Wan Hassan Muhammad Ramli, has actually complained about sexual as well as lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual, LGBT for short, content on the streaming services, and they are asking for the government to do something about it. But I'm totally on board with you, Melvin, in saying that if you think that it is too much, if you think that it is not suitable for you and your family, do not subscribe to the service. But his concern is that I can also understand his concern. He's saying that now, like, you know, youngsters, children are super exposed to all of this thing online, and they can easily get this so easily, and it's worrying for them. What do you think?
Well, don't worry just on LBGT. LBGT is also just like him and you and me, is God creations. Worry about corruptions, right? Drugs and all these things. Why did he say there's a lot of also? I subscribe to Netflix. A lot of those mafia movies about drugs, about mafia, those killings, blitz. You know, like Sotong's Game. A lot of blitz and all those things. You know, and the other one's equivalent to the Japanese one. Why don't you call that and ban those?
Yeah. So kita tak nampak sebenarnya Melvin jadi gangster, Melvin jadi yakuza ke, ataupun Melvin pergi bunuh orang, tak ada lah kan?
But this is something I agree once with our new Minister of Communication and Multimedia, Dr. Sri Anwar Musa, advised self-regulations. You have self-control. If you are self-disciplined, you have faith in yourself, with yourself and a God, you would, whatever evil things come to you, we will just dispel it out.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, freedom of content, I guess, comes in play, because at the end of the day, if you want to censor every single thing that goes through Malaysia, your internet browser search, your Google search, hanya keluar gambar yang gambar kartun yang baik-baik je lah. I would have to say that, because nothing else can actually be shown anymore, because why? It is something that, again, you need to regulate yourself. If you think it is good for you, if you think that it is something that you need to be mindful of, then you need to be mindful of. You tak boleh nak expect semua orang buat kerja you, nanti susah lah. Melvin, we got breaking news actually. Sorry, I do want to highlight this by one of our viewers had actually brought us into play over here. He has actually highlighted the fact that we have a first case of Omicron being reported by YBKG over here in the Star. It is the first Omicron variant. The COVID-19 variant Omicron has been detected in Malaysia, and according to this particular news that has been reported from the Star. But first of all, I would like to say thank you so much to Nick for highlighting this. Thank you so much, Nick, for bringing this to our attention. It is actually said that the 8 close contact of the detected Omicron case will undergo RT-PCR swab test today, and these are the people who are involved, a non-citizen traveler from South Africa. So maknanya orang ni ada sejarah perjalanan ke South Africa. So Omicron is on our shores, man.
Selamat datang.
Oh, I should not be laughing at that. I should not be
This
laughing
is
at
how
that.
tourism. Because those days I work quite closely with the deputy, the minister of tourism. That was Nyen Yen. So always teaching me, no, they have this. No handshaking Malaysia. We put the hands on your heart there and bow. Selamat datang.
Yeah, it was reported in the news as well. Like yesterday, we had also an uprising in regards to a number of cases, and most of the cases that were reported were Delta variant cases, and now we have one Omicron already on our shores. And as what we have reported a couple of times already on the show, that Omicron is more potent, it is more contagious, it can spread quite easily, and I'm just afraid of one thing. Like sekarang ni kita tengah cuti federal territory. I takut semua negara kita kena cuti juga, Marvin, macam ni. Itu yang risau tu sekarang.
Never mind lah. Let our ministers will be very happy. They say, I'm sure a lot of people like holidays.
Okay. Kalau anda tak faham tadi, itu adalah sarcasm yang keluar daripada Melvin Lam. So kalau you tak faham sarcasm Melvin tu, maafkan saya. Tapi apa yang Melvin cuba cakapkan tu, dia sebenarnya dah fed up dengan stres. Dah lah dia stres cuti. Lepas tu dia stres Omicron pula. I tak tahu lepas ni dia kena buat apa lah hari ni.
But I think we all should not be, we have to be alert what's happening. I hope everyone from top to bottom, right, to authorities, to laymen, please, we are not spare. I think that's why I appreciate KJ very much. I think he's the right minister. It's like it's not over yet. Don't be overwhelmed with celebrations and freedoms. They would come after Omicron. Don't know what's coming on, but we have to stay alert. Of course, we have to practice extreme careful. If you see someone who is not, please advise the other fellow, to control themselves. Because someone out there, it doesn't care. But if you happen to know them, please tell them, please control yourself. Like, put it this way, I was surprised. I don't know whether it was true or not during the football match in Bukit Jalil Stadium, isn't it? It was reported, if I so-called recall correctly, there were 22,000 audience. Right.
Which is 1/4 of the whole capacity of the stadium.
Yeah,
because the whole stadium
audience, and we have only 200-300 tigers around the whole of Malaysia.
Why you bringing up the tiger issue again?
This is the thing that we always we are concerned. Our community concerned. This 22,000, yes, it's only 1/4, but it's 220,000. Delta. Don't talk about Omicron. The Delta variants can actually so-called travel on air. The virus can spread on air. You know.
Yeah.
So
exactly,
1% kena. Because why I'm so upset? The school in Putrajaya has 139 students affected.
Yep.
Those young soul, they are innocent young soul.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly.
So
it goes to show that we are not in a state of relaxation yet. We are still fighting against COVID-19.
I hope the government, if possible, hear me. They always hear us.
Oh yeah, they are watching us. I know KJ is watching us. Hi KJ. Hi.
Please, you can defer Sarawak elections, which is just around few more days. Yeah. I mean, that's serious. This is serious.
Yeah.
We have learned Sabah case, Just don't tell that we don't love Sarawakians. I love Sarawakians.
Yeah, honestly, Melvin, to be perfectly my opinion at least, that Sarawak elections will be going on. I got reporter friends who are already flying in, touching down in Sarawak this morning already. We just have to go with the flow and hope that they have proper contingency plans in moving forward, and not just and able to accommodate us as much as we can. Going through this difficult time, there's nothing else that we can do apart from hope for the best and be super diligent and follow all the SOPs as well. So regardless of wherever it is that you are in Malaysia, Kedah ke Perlis ke Kelantan ke Sarawak ke Sabah ke, please wear your mask still kat luar. Yes, you boleh dine in, tapi make sure that you are double vaccinated. Kalau dah ada booster shot invitation untuk pergi, go get your booster shot. And then janganlah nak kumpul ramai-ramai sangat dekat sesuatu tempat tu. So just follow simple guidelines, and we can hope that at least we are doing our part. And in making sure that we are doing this well.
Real hot. Very hot.
Yeah, very hot topic. We actually got another topic that we wanted to cover, but I think time is very jealous of us. We will definitely cover this back on Monday. And Monday, you know what's happening on Monday, Melvin?
Definitely. It's another celebrations.
Exactly. And to give you guys a bit of an idea, Monday is actually ACTnow Hot Issues 100th episode. Dah 100 episode. Dah banyak gila, Melvin. Wow. Okay, we're going to be talking a lot more on Monday about the celebration, as well as for ACTnow Hot Issue, whatever it is that we have done. And obviously as well, we will cover all the hot topics that we were that we're going to be talking about as well. So yeah. Wah, hot topic. I dah berpeluh sini, Melvin. Kepala I dah jatuh air tau sebenarnya. Berpeluh sangat ni. But I do hope that you have a great weekend upon you, Melvin. So stay safe.
Oh, tomorrow is a hot Saturday. It's our condo AGM.
Oh, your condo AGM. Okay, make sure ada 2 kerusi in between 1 meter apart. Jangan duduk dekat-dekat.
Yes, it will be very hot tomorrow. It's
Very hot,
new elections of the MC, our new cabinet.
Tengok Sarawak je ke ada PRN. Tengok kondo Melvin pun ada election juga. Alright. Stay safe and be cool. See you on Monday.
Alright, ciao.
Ciao. Alright, guys, that was Melvin and myself talking to you about all the hottest issues that's happening in Malaysia specifically. And as what mentioned, new story that just broke, Omicron variant has been detected in Malaysia. Well, life goes on. We know that we're still fighting this, and we need to do the bestest of the best in fighting this. You and I, everyone, be diligent. All right. Mio Adlan here signing out. Hope you guys have a great weekend ahead. See you guys on Monday. Ciao.